On this episode of Dice and Dudes, Lloyd accepts his role in the program.
So let's send him, and if he doesn't come back, we know it's a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're the canary in the coal mine for him. Like, if he dies, then we know we have a problem.
The team gathers equipment.
Written in a marker on the fridge door is, you're going to be surprised, but not that surprised.
First, I cross off like the Sharpie mark that says, "You will be very surprised by this." This is very surprising.
And they formulate a plan to infiltrate the hospital.
Worst comes to worst, Lloyd could roll for persuade and try and talk to her down.
I'm supposed to be here. I got pepper sprayed.
Yeah.
The operation starts now.
Dice and Dudes, the other guys. Listen, you went in the wrong tunnel. You saw things you shouldn't have seen.
We no longer cleave to any government agency. We now operate privately on our own project.
He said that there's this place down south where all these rich men go to devil worship. He said they sacrifice kids and whatnot. Women and children all got murdered there. And something about some place called Carcosa and the Yellow King.
Yeah, that's something I thought about that, like, to me is the funniest thing about this whole situation is just some U.S. Marshals field office is going to get a bill for 2 different car repairs. And I was like, who damaged cars in Harrisburg? Like, what were you guys doing in Harrisburg busting up cars? A baseball bat?
I'm releasing pent-up rage.
It's like, come on, dude, we're a small organization. Our budget's not awesome. We're not the FBI, all right, dude? We're the U.S. Marshals. We transport prisoners and we hold on to stolen goods and we find wanted criminals. That's what we do. Yeah, you're breaking windows like we're fucking made of money. All right. So what's the plan, gentlemen? I know we want to go to a green box, but are we going to talk to Dad? Are we going to talk to Jesse? Are we going to the hospital?
I'm probably gonna go talk to the dad first, I'd imagine.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you look it up in the system. He has a house outside the city, about 30 minutes, and he has a storefront like location in a kind of industrial part of the city that he runs his business out of, which his business is Edman's Vendors Limited. I'm sorry. Yeah, Edmund, because his name is Frankie J.R. Edmund. So yeah, Edman Vendors Limited is the name of his company.
Right.
So you guys want to go to the shop or do you want to go to the house?
What time of day is it? Business hours?
So the morning was the interview with the lady. Then you had the fight. So the fight ended up being an afternoon. So you guys probably got out of the ambulance at probably 1, went to the hotel. There was the shower, figuring it out. So I'll probably say it's late afternoon, like approaching. It's like 4 o'clock, but 5 is right around the corner. It feels like.
I wonder if we should go straight to the house.
I think you'd probably find more information about Frankie Jr. there than at the storefront, maybe. But
Where, at the storefront or at the house?
no, not at the store. I was just saying that at the house you'd find more info about Frankie Jr. And I was thinking, if Dad's still there maintaining the store, then it'd be a good time to kind of
Well, I said store, but
around a
it's
bit.
more like a shop. It's like, you know, like they probably bring machines in So say they have a soda machine at a laundromat and it breaks. The guy calls them at the laundromat, calls them. They go and get it, take it to the shop, put a new one in, and see if they can fix it. And there's probably like sodas on site and like probably a machine that sorts change, stuff like that. Boxes and boxes of weird Chinese toys that they put in, claw games.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's the same box my first wife arrived in.
That's not okay. That's
Lloyd is not exactly
he's a
fine
sad,
individual
lonely,
for morality. He's
sad little man.
If this whole scenario took place like further in the future, I would have said that he met both his wives on 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah.
I love the idea of like Lloyd being a minor celebrity. That makes me laugh. Again, because he's coming back. That's my favorite thing about his character.
He's coming back.
He is, if he survives, he's coming back. But he's just a minor celebrity. So every once in a while, I'm like, all right, roll luck to see if this lady loves you. He's like, wait, hold on, aren't you you're U.S. Marshal? Aren't you the Bigfoot guy? And he's like, well, no, not me.
Hey, man. Yeah, you are, because you were only recording yourself.
So like,
do you know us about Bigfoot?
So a concept I'm trying to work into the game that I like is this idea that like Delta Green, why they have a big budget, they can't obviously bring everybody in. So every once in a while they'll have these guys where it's like they'll have Foley, like a contractor who killed a wizard. So now they're like, all right, man, we're getting you. Also, they have Lloyd who accidentally stumbled onto an actual monster, and they're like, look, like, we don't know if this is our thing, so let's send him, and if he doesn't come back, we know it's a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, he's useless, but if he finds something, you know what I mean? You're the canary in the coal mine for him. They're like, if he dies, then we know we have a problem. So it's fun. I feel like the time.
Will anyone miss Lloyd? No, miss Lloyd.
No, his wives will be ecstatic probably. All right. So yeah, we're heading to the house. Do you guys want to go to the green box before you go to the house?
Yeah, I say the house. Yep.
Yeah, let's hit a green box.
All right, so we're doing the green box, then the house.
Yeah.
Okay, where's my green box? I rewrite this every time you guys use it, so it's always fun. And I usually do it high, so I always forget like what is in my green box. There's my green box. Stuff for the green box. Where's my green box? Forgive me, gentlemen.
We'll return after these messages.
All right. So you guys actually just get kind of like coordinates to like an old farm, about an hour from Harrisburg. You guys pull up. There's a big like padlock. It's chains around like a cattle gate. It's a little number lock. You got text to the number. You pull it off. You pull the chains down, and you roll up. And there's an old dilapidated farmhouse that's kind of like falling into itself. And you kind of see a bright red, like big heavy storm door, like in a concrete cylinder, the side of the house. So it looks like like a weird entry to the basement. That also has a lock on it. Again, the number lock. You open it, you pull it up, and you kind of step down some stairs. And the basement is clearly being like closed in. You see like blue tarps running along the walls with lights and like stapled up. This looks like a scary Fallout, like a prepper room. But Delta, you're in. There's like a "Don't Tread on Me" flag on one concrete wall, and then a gay pride flag stuck, like a little sticker stuck to it, clearly like stuck to the snake. Someone clearly mocking whoever hung this flag. So yeah, there's a old metal red shelf with some stuff on it. You have to go over and look. There's a fridge plugged into a fall wall. You can hear it humming, filling the room. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to go look at the shelves? We got a little. There's a pile of bags you can look through.
I'll go to the shelf.
Shelves. Okay, let's do this. So on the shelf there's a shoebox that you can look inside. On the bottom shelf is a trash bag. You can open that if you would like. There's a box hanging on the second shelf with a pink fanny pack in it. And
look at that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and at the end, kind of leaning against the corner of the shelf, is a bulletproof vest that clearly has dried bloodstains on it.
When I grab the bulletproof vest and throw it at Lloyd and say, "You need this," and then look into the garbage bag.
So in the garbage bag, there's like some old coats and stuff like that. And at first, you're kind of confused by it, and then you find a revolver, kind of wrapped up in a cloth. And you start finding little middle pieces, and you kind of sort them out, and you can see that it's the makings of like a little Tech 10, kind of Tech 9 or whatever, Tech 9. But you would have to put it together, so that has to be that has to be a roll. So you got a revolver and some old hoodies as well.
Well, I see the Tech 9 kind of does the same damage as my other gun.
But the thing is, you can pop off 2 shots basically. So like a handgun would pop. So this one I'd make it like a burst, so you get to roll damage twice or something.
Okay. I'll roll to put the gun together. Actually, that'd be cool.
Okay. We're gonna roll. We're gonna call that kind of want to use. Well, you got military science, don't you? Where's that? Yeah, we'll call it military science, which is 60. Yours is land, but I'm just going to say it's just you knowing firearms and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 6.
Yep, you nail it. You put it together. Looking through the things, you find 2 more magazines for it. They're little 25-round magazines. The damage is a D10, but I'll let you do damage twice if you pop off 2 shots.
Okay.
So you have a little Tech 9. Lloyd, the fridge is humming.
I'm going to that fridge, yeah.
You're going to go to that fridge?
Yeah, I'm going to that fridge.
Okay, let me find my fridge. All right, so as you walk up to the fridge, it's clearly an older model made in the 70s, yellow with wooden accents. Written in a marker on the fridge door is, "You're going to be surprised, but not that surprised. You know what we do." You want to open it?
Yeah. Wait, I get like a camera on. It still has the lens cap on it, but I'm gonna take the camera out and then open up the fridge.
Okay. The light comes on. Inside is a 12-pack of light beer. A head in a jar. It's eyes on you. Give me a sand roll.
Okay. And nope. 79.
All right. So you lose. I'm gonna say 3, because it's not just the eyes that. Oh God, a dead body's looking at me. These eyes are looking at you. They're moving. He's blinking, and he's just floating in the jar. So take 3 sand damage.
Okay.
Abdul, you hear the tiny man scream over in the back of the thing.
I kick the fridge door closed. And then again, pick up the vest and shove it in his chest. Put this on.
That's right. Jake, you have 3 points of armor.
Yay.
I put it on for him, and that's when he says yay.
All right, so you guys got the shelves. You guys got the shelves. You can go open the fridge again, and you got a pile of bags. They're like roll-up, zip-up ones.
I'll look in the bags.
So you open one. Inside it is there's like a bunch of knives and like you ever seen like the chef ones where they can fold them up and carry them, like one of those guys. There's a white T-shirt in there with some bloodstains on it. There's a block there's to sharpen it, and then there's one of those like little masks you just can tape here, like it was supposed to be like I guess like a dirt bike mask or whatever. There's like one of those in there as well. So, Jake, do you want to try to open the fridge again? You want to look through the shelves?
There's a part of me was like, there was some beer in there, but I think I am going to go through the shelves this time. I'd be like, nope, I can open that again.
Okay.
First, I cross off like the Sharpie mark that says, "You will be very surprised by this." This is very surprising. Very underlined. Very
They really
3
they
times.
really downplayed it. You see a gym bag on the shelf. You see a box with a pink fanny pack hanging out of it.
And you get in the fanny pack. I'm going for that pink fanny pack.
Okay, where's my pink fanny pack? So you open the pink fanny pack. There's a couple of spent lighters, a bag of coke, and about $500 in cash.
Yep, taking it.
Woo! Do you
This
think
is mine now.
Do you think Lloyd parties?
No, Lloyd just sells it. He'll fund his fledgling cryptid magazine that's not going well for him.
So yeah, there's a bowling bag. There's a footlocker at the far wall. It's a little green footlocker. Faded green with scratches and dents in it. Strange markings cover it. So you guys got some masks. You found some knives. You got a Tech 9 and a revolver as well.
I'll take the knife.
And a backpack with lighters covering some money.
I'll take the masks and the knives.
Okay. You have a knife in your inventory. So it's a D6 because these are like big ass chef knives. And if you successfully hit someone twice, you get to roll bleed, and that means they'll lose 1 point of health every round at the top of every round. This is a little more fun. Bowling bag, old gym bag, middle foot locker. The fridge still hums. Anything you guys want to try to look at and dig through anymore?
It's in the gym bag.
You unzip the gym bag. There is a bolt action rifle with a like clearly where a scope used to be, but the scope's gone because the pieces are broken. In it is also a cut down shotgun with like a guy who clearly took like a rough sander to the handle to kind of make it a pistol grip. So you got that guy as well. There's also a Beretta in it. The Beretta is loaded, and there are multiple magazines for the Beretta. There is a note with it, and the note is wrapped around the silencer. The note says, has 2 bodies on it. Don't get caught with it.
I turn to Lloyd and say, you want gun? Can you shoot?
Do I?
Boy, howdy, do I. That's fun.
I happily accept the gun, knowing full well there's no way I would successfully shoot this thing in a million years.
Are you going to also give him the silencer? Because the silencer, like you actually have to have a piece attached to the barrel, so it's not like it's interchangeable for the other guns. And like, oh, well, let me stick this on the Tech 9. It's not like that's. You can have tape, but it's gonna fall apart very quickly. But it also has 2 bodies on it, so it's definitely the one if like you guys get pulled over, and like, why'd you have a Beretta with a? What's going on here, dude?
Yeah. We're definitely gonna take the shotgun.
Okay. So Jake, you have the Beretta. The Beretta has a distance of about 12 meters. The damage is 1d10, and you have 15 rounds in the magazine. And you have 3 magazines at least.
Yeah. Unless you want the shotgun, Jake. I don't know.
So far, he's the most damage he's done to himself. Let's maybe not give him the shotgun.
Maybe keep the bread. Just one more time. What were the specs on that thing again? Say it right.
So on the Beretta, the distance you can shoot is 12 meters. The damage is 1d10.
Yep.
And you have 25 rounds in the magazine, and you have 3 magazines.
Cool.
And you played out off the firearm skill. So the shotgun, whoever has it, the range is about 40 meters. You roll 2 d8s. If you're within 5 feet of someone, you got a 10% chance of lethality.
10%.
Yeah, and there are 6 shells. Carry 6 shells in the tube.
Okay. All right, I'm pretty loaded right now.
You guys got masks. You guys got knives. The Tech 9, a Beretta with a silencer. The silencer is currently not attached, and a vest for Lloyd. Which Lloyd, you get 2 armor with it because it has been shot already. Technically, you're not supposed to keep using body armor. It's been shot.
I'm definitely putting my Kevlar vest under my shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the one you have, yeah, I guess that makes sense because you would be a private contractor guy. You would have small vests like that. That makes sense. So you got like a proper vest, and there's probably like a plate carrier. So I'll give you plus 4 armor because that's makes sense for your character because this is literally what he does. So you would have like the slick stuff where it's like, yeah, it's light and I can put in a bag in the trunk of my car.
Right.
All right, so we're heading to the Edman farm.
Yeah.
I like the idea of mixing up the green boxes. I didn't want all of them to be like, and you're at another storage place. So I was like the idea of them having they pay property tax on an old farm where they store weapons that they've killed people with. Also, a fridge that has a head. One day one of the players are gonna talk to the head. It's gonna happen. Yeah. This is the second time someone's been like the first time. Someone was going to open the fridge and another player knocked his hand down. Like, no, you don't know what we do. We don't open the shit.
And I open it trying to get like a good scoop for my magazine.
Yeah.
So the Edman farm is about an hour outside of Harrisburg. The house is on a large plot. There's empty fields on either side. The front yard is kind of overgrown. You see the house as you come in. The house is two-story, large farm-style house with a large front porch. And it's faded green siding. The lot is slightly overgrown. The grass ankle height, bushes and trees starting to crowd the front porch. And as you guys drive up, you see a tall man, probably about 6'2", with like red hair peeking out under a beanie. He has a shotgun kind of like low like this. He's not pointing it at you guys or nothing, but he's like kind of like being like, hey, who the hell's on my property? And you would guess that's Frank Edman.
Okay, I guess we pull up the car and park it, and then I'd get out, but still like behind the door, and just flash the U.S. Marshal badge.
Marshals, what are you guys doing here?
Routine working on a couple cases with the police in town.
Okay. What's this have to do with me?
We were assigned to wrapping up the case with your son.
He kind of looks between the two of you. You look shocked, and he says like, I know it's getting late. You boys want coffee or beer?
Coffee for me.
I'll also take a coffee. But I'm not taking any peeks inside of any refrigerators anytime soon.
He finds that a little bewildering. But yeah, he kind of waves you guys up the drive and into the house. You go in. There's a stairwell right in front of you. On the left is a dining room that you can kind of see. There's kind of dust settles and there's like piles of papers and like you see an old work bag. On the right is a TV room. You can kind of see the TV going, that blue flashing of something going on. And you kind of go through the dining room into the kitchen. The shotgun's leaning against the counter. He's kind of making coffee. He's like, I usually don't do coffee after 5, but I'll join you gentlemen. You guys ain't pussies who want sugar or cream, right?
Black always.
He takes it and he's like, so you boys are looking into what happened to my boy, huh?
Yes, we're looking for some more context to sort of pad out the report, essentially.
Okay.
So if,
You guys got an
could
idea
tell us.
who hit my son? Left him there?
Well, we're looking into it. There's, some eyewitness reports that we're following up on.
Good.
I will definitely narrow it down.
Okay. So what do you need from me?
Well, first, can you tell us a bit about your son?
Frankie's always been a quiet kid. Kind of kept to himself, his own kind of hobbies. We lost his mother when he was just 6. I think that kind of, I think that was real hard on him. It's hard on both of us. But I can't imagine losing your mom that young. I don't know. He was always the odd man out, and us Edmund tend to be big men, and he's the biggest one in our family, 6'2", and he was 6'6", but he was like 6 foot by the time he was 13. Didn't seem much interest outside of like horror movies and metal. He would go to Philly and see metal shows all the time, horror conventions, stuff like that. Quiet kid, kept himself. I know he liked to drink, and he smoked the freaking reefer, but he was a good kid. Good kid.
You said he would go to the bar. Did he hang out? Did he meet with anyone there at the bar?
I'm not sure. I know he was sweet on some girl who would go there sometimes. But I think Frankie was always intimidated by women. But I don't know. He'd always wear those rings and jewelry and shit he'd find online, and just always seemed like there's an odd duck. I don't know. You kind of see the man shrug, where he's like, clearly, like, I love my son. I don't always understand him.
I'm trying to learn a bit more about who he is. Do you mind if we take a look in his room?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. 24-year-old living with his dad, so excuse the mess. Kind of leads you guys up, and you open the door to Frankie Jr.'s room. All right, hold on, let me find the house. That was on the dad. So yeah, he opens the door on the second story. It's a corner room where there's kind of a window, and you can kind of see a field. It's a dirty room. There's plates with old food on them. Empty beer bottles, and an ashtray full of cigarettes, and a couple popped out. Looking around the room, you guys see every horror, like the hockey guy. He's there. Posters across the way. Same thing with like Malcolm Mays, he's on the wall there too. You see a bunch of horror figures, and you see an old block desktop at a desk by the window. What do you guys want to do?
Do we feel like we need to check out that old desktop, see if it's got anything on it?
Yeah, we can take a look. I'm intrigued by the jewelry and stuff.
Actually, if you want, I could probably take a look at the jewelry and all that, see if there's any specifics about it, if there's been through any occult websites. I'm sure I've read a fair amount of cryptid text myself. I should be able to tell if it came from some nefarious source.
All right. The guy kind of like lets you guys in. He's kind of standing in the doorway. And he's like, "Well, I'm sure you guys, my son's in the hospital, so this is this ain't easy. I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I think I'm gonna add some a little stronger to this coffee." And you kind of hear him go down the stairs. You guys give me search rolls. So let's see who finds what.
I got a 91. That's a huge fail.
So you're pretty disgusted. Go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
I got a 10.
Cool. Dope. Perfect. This is exactly who I needed both to react like the right way. All right. So yeah, you're pretty disgusted because you run a tight ship. You make sure your kids are folded, their laundry's folded, their beds are made, the house is clean all the time. You take the trash out, you cut the grass the same day at the same time every week.
Yeah.
So you're pretty grossed out by all of it. So you kind of step in, but you don't really want to touch anything. Meanwhile, Lloyd is like, just like my room back at home, and just goes in, you know.
Room.
my van back home. My van at the hotel. So yeah, you find a couple old books. You kind of tell Abdul, hey, maybe check out the computer. You find some old books, and you find some. You find like a lot of like. You find gloves, and you find like a black mask, like a ski mask. You find like a duffel bag full of like. There's a toaster in there. There's a couple like old electronics in there. Like, you find an old Game Boy. There's a couple watches in there. So one of the books that stands out to you is actually, what is your occult at?
My occult. It's
40.
Where is it?
So
40. Yep.
So you're gonna have something. You're gonna know something about this anyways. But I need you to roll to see how much you actually know about this guy. Because you find a book on a guy known as Walden.
Yeah. All right. 81.
Okay. So you know a little bit. You don't know a lot, but you do know a little bit about him. He's a rather frequent feature in the occult online community. Someone he's talked about. He was like a Romanian occultist at the turn of the last century. But you can't really remember because there's a bunch of the weird dudes like that, like these dudes who came out of like Eastern Europe, who were like weird mystics at the time. So you're kind of confusing the stories, and you don't want to say any of them to Abdul because you can't remember what he actually was and what he wasn't. So that's a line you guys can chase down. And don't you have a thing to look at like old antique stuff, right?
Yeah, I have both anthropology and archaeology, so
let's call it anthropology, and we'll have you roll to see if you kind of recognize some of these weird jewelry stuff.
46.
So among like the stuff like you're digging through, and like you see the book with Walden, and you're like, all right, I know this guy, an occultist, and you look up and you see a ring, and you remember that it talks of something with rings bring power unlocked by blood. Like you remember reading that phrase in like Russian, and you can't quite place it from where. So, Abdul, you click the computer open, and ask for a password. Give me a luck roll. See if you can just guess this, or if there's just a note on the table for him, because he kept forgetting it. Odds or evens? I'm going with evens.
It is evens.
All right. So the computer is locked. Do you want to just try one? We'll just give a computer science roll. We'll give it a base of 20. See if you can get it open.
Yeah. This is me like looking at one of the posters and using like the title or something.
You're just gonna write that title verbatim and see if that's the password.
Where is it? Wait, for which skill?
I'm calling it computer science, but I'm just saying I'm gonna give you a 20 at it, just a fucking
20.
So.
Okay. No, it's a 60.
Nope, it's not it. Lloyd, you want to give the computer a try?
I crack my fingers that let's give this a shot.
So I'm gonna let you roll it with occult because you're kind of getting a feel for the kid, right? You're seeing his room.
I feel like I know, like, I'm getting in the mind of this dude.
Yeah, you're like, I know this guy. This guy I was this guy. So I'm gonna let you roll occult for it. So you're gonna guess, like, I'm a 20-year-old occult fan who likes weird shit. What would my password be? So go for it. Let's roll call it a cult. So you got a 40.
I rolled a 94.
Oh, so
I just type in Hetty Fruger. That's where.
I like the idea that like
And
he's like talking it up. He's like, Abdul, I know this guy. I'm in his head. I know what he's thinking. Enter. Denied. Damn it.
Nope. Oh, I got nothing.
Okay, I tried. So yeah, you guys got these old books you can go through. You not out of the realm of possibilities to get someone out here, or maybe get the computer out of here to see if you can get into it, because this is not a hard computer to get into. This is a basic home model. It's not like a government security laptop or some shit.
I mean, we might have what we need. You know?
Let's see.
It doesn't seem like the dad's in on it, but...
Yeah, it seems like this dude's got this thing written down in Russian that's either... I remember it's either from an occultist or it's from the vows from my second wife. The ring brings power, it brings blood.
All I need to know is occult connected with Frankie Jr. Correct?
Yeah. Seems like it to me.
Let's get this motherfucker.
You kind of thank the dad. You tell him, hey, we're taking these books. We might have someone come check out the computer, so don't be weirded out if someone comes by to get it. You guys wish him good night, and yeah, what's the plan now, gents? Are we gonna? The evening's coming in. It's we'll say it's about 7 o'clock after digging through that room. What are we doing? We going home? Taking a nap? Go get some food?
We gotta get into that hospital, unplug that boy. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
unplug.
thinking.
This is gonna be perfect. All right, so what are we
That's
doing?
what I'm thinking.
Are we going loud? Are we like kicking in the door with mask on, going up the stairs? Like we're not. I'm not saying like you kick in, kill the door guy, but you're like come in and like stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, and then you move up the stairs. Are you walking in all like, oh, we're just hey, I got a knife thing. I want you guys to check out my stitches, and that guy got pepper sprayed, so we're just.
I'm gonna pepper spray you again. All right, and then we're gonna go.
I like the idea that Abdul keeps. Abdul keeps coming up with plans of like, I'll throw you out the window, and the dad will be like, "Oh my god!" and then I'll run out with the computer. All his plans involve hurting Lloyd to succeed.
I like it better. It's like he doesn't even do with the plan that he just does it, and then he's like, just go along with it.
Just go along with it. So, are we pepper spraying? Are we walking in quiet?
Lloyd, do you have disguise at all?
Do I? I do not. I just have that 10% from the.
Okay. All right. It's the same with me. I was thinking if we go in with lab coats, we could sneak in.
So I'm willing to, because that's not as much of a jump. I'll let you roll stealth, but -10, so it'll be just 50. Because that, like, the idea of like you're already a guy who's used to sneaking into places. Like Lloyd's not, but you are, and it's not.
Right.
I don't think it's a crazy logic jump for him to be like, well, if we have to kill this kid, we shouldn't go in regular clothes. You should probably try to look like the people working there.
Yeah. So I would do that. You know.
Okay. All right. So roll that for me. We'll call that you have to roll a 50 or below.
Okay.
I like this idea. So this works.
Yeah, it's a 20.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. One of the things actually, since you got to the States, and since the kids are in school, your wife's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get a job." So she went to nursing school and stuff like that. So you have a general idea of how the hospital goes. So you know, like, hey, literally, if we get scrubs, we can walk in jeans and just like a scrub top, and then we'll just try to see if we can get a badge or something. And I guess that's not like this. To roll the dice of like, hey, we'll just come in, and we kind of look like we work here, because both these types of men I've seen as male nurses. So it's not like or orderlies even. So it's like.
All right, I say we do that. We'll walk in confidently, Lloyd. Confidently.
Of course, I'm confident. We're up here to stop this evil man from projecting his doppelgangers into the world.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
just as you guys arrive, you guys see an ambulance being pulled up with cop cars following it. And coming through the emergency room is a blonde kid with patchy facial hair, and he's been shot a couple times in the stomach. The police behind him are following, and he's saying that it was a bodybuilder guy in a motorcycle jacket. And he said he hit him once, but the guy just kept coming at him. What do you guys gonna go up to Frankie's room?
Yeah, sucks to be that kid. And keep going.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah, we just shake our heads and keep moving.
Okay. So I'll say they're probably dealing with that. That shooting's that big deal. Cop probably got shot too, because the thing escaped. So they're pretty busy. So I'll say you can get behind the counter. It's not hard for you to figure out what room he's in. So it's kind of like Lloyd goes in. Abdul kind of just like stands there like playing lookout as he's like searching Frank Edman J.R. and like finds the room. Luckily, the computer wasn't locked because they jumped up to help the ambulance coming in. So you guys know he's on the 3rd floor in a private room. But it's like a closely monitored floor because everyone on there is like, in a way, they have to be constantly. They need to be watched in case in case something goes wrong. So we're heading up to get him.
Yeah, is there like a shift chart we can check?
Yeah. Kim Parker is the one. She's working from, because it will say it's about, by the time you get there, it's probably about 8. And she's there from 8 till midnight, and then like there's gonna be a shift change for the overnight people. Or probably 2, probably not this midnight, probably 2.
Okay. I need to distract her to get in there. Unless we just walk in confidently. Best way in. Wonder if we could find some like bed sheets or something like that and hold them.
Ooh.
As we walk by. I'd be like, just dropping off bed sheets, fresh ones, like, and then we could go in the room.
Like work.
Yeah, why don't we try that? I don't know.
All right, so you guys getting bed sheets. You guys are gonna try to act like orderly, walking up and change his bed sheets.
Yeah.
Okay. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna let Matthew roll a stealth roll for you guys going up with a -10 because he's bringing you. Wait, what is? Before I do that, I want to see what it is for yourself, because I want to say yourself is 60. Yeah, your stealth is 60.
Yeah.
So I'll say a -10 because you have Lloyd bumbling along with you. Like you have to keep. He keeps trying to do danger music, like dun, dun. It's like stop.
When you give me the sheets first time, I thought I put them on my head first time. Like, oh, I like this idea. Ooh.
Dude, it is so funny to me. Where like Abdul's whole experience with the Americans were like this sharpest, fittest dudes our country had to offer, and then he comes to work for Delta Green, a private program, and every time they sit him with dummies. Every time, and he's like, just him carrying the mission on his shoulders as everyone around him just bumbles about. Because I forget if you played with Abdul last time, Jake, but there was one where like the two guys struggled with the assailants for like 5 turns, and Abdul walked in and killed them both in 2 turns. Just like pop, pop. So yeah, that's just, to me, that canon of Abdul's life, where he's like a great dad, great husband, and he's a nice man. Then he goes on a mission. He's like, these fucking morons. I'm about to shoot them myself.
Fools.
Yeah.
So yeah, So self roll for you, and if he fails the self roll, Jake's gonna get to do a luck roll to see if just you guys fudge it by. Because again, it's not like they're not like we have to watch the room. Someone might be back to kill him in the night, but it's like going about their routes. Maybe she's on the phone with texting her boyfriend or whatever.
Right. Worst comes to worst, Lloyd could roll for persuade and try and talk to her down.
I'm supposed to be here. I got pepper sprayed.
Yeah. So 27 is a pass.
All right, you guys slip into the room. In the bed is a very large man, 6'2", probably like somewhere in the 3 bills, with muscle mixed in. It's like a mix of muscle and fat. You see the machine kind of beeping, kind of helping his breathing. What do you guys want to do?
Would it be too blunt? Just go ahead before we go and just rip the outlet out of the wall.
Maybe. I mean, we could pinch the bags.
There's a myriad of options. You guys also, I also assume you guys brought that Beretta and the knives.
Yeah, we did. It is silenced.
Just we gotta make it look like just make it look like he died.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's plenty of ways to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take it for a walk. All right.
Yeah.
You shoot. If you shoot, I'm still gonna make it be a luck roll, because a silencer is not like a silencer in a movie. It's like beep. It's still like pop. Like it's just not as loud as it should be. Like no one on the floor below you or above you is gonna hear it. But say like the lady is at the desk, happens to be paying slight attention. She'll be like, "What the fuck was that?" Because it'll sound like a light bulb, like a glass rolled off a table. You guys could unplug the machine. The machine is helping him live, but you guys also know, like, you unplug the machine and then all of a sudden he goes, "Beep." The nurse isn't gonna be like, whatever, and keep texting. Like, she's probably gonna call, and then you're gonna have a bunch of people up here. Yeah, you can take the knife, you can stab him. You still have the thing where he's gonna start beeping, and she'll probably come running, and you guys have to be running the other direction. So there's just gonna be a problem of a response. You got to figure out a way to either stop the response, be it somehow find the way to turn off that lifeline thing outside the room, or in the room, or take the knock the nurse out, kill the nurse, tell the nurse she has to be somewhere else. Like that could be an option. Just like one of you trying to like walk, Lloyd trying to be like, "Hey, I'm the new night nurse. They need you in the emergency room, and now I run this floor. Please leave." Like, you can try that. Like, and then like, she's like, "Well, that's weird," and goes downstairs, and then because it's not like when someone in one floor starts to die, the whole hospital gets alerted. It's like that one, like that station gets it, and then they run in. So you guys could do that and just walk over, and go boop, and just go beep, and then leave. Because by the time like the actual night nurse shows up, he'll be gone. This poor innocent kid who hasn't done anything. Again, you guys haven't proven this. Flimsy case at best if this was actually brought to court.
Yeah.
It's how it works out in the movies, though, which is what we're in. So
this is real life, dude. Take it seriously. Be serious, dude. Lloyd's life is falling apart. Fucking poor Lloyd, dude. That poor son of a... He's a sweet person. Clearly he's a good...
Lloyd.
He's a sweet man. He wanted to connect with these women so bad he learned their language. You know how hard that is? This poor man just wants a connection. And he thinks Abdul doesn't like him, and Abdul doesn't.
A sweet man.
He knows Abdul doesn't like him either. Why can't he make friends anywhere as he goes? This poor lost soul, you guys. I'm writing a whole campaign around Lloyd, dude. It's gonna be Lloyd finding his true love. Bigfoot.
I can ridicule Lloyd as much as I want, but I did come here myself, Jake, the actual person, not thinking, oh, right, we just can't unplug this dude and just walk away whistling. Someone's going to be alerted. I said, oh.
Yeah, sorry. I hate to be the guy that burst the bubble. I felt like that was where this is going. It's like, guys, I'm not going to let you unplug him and go, fade to black. You guys did it. It's like, no, it's like the lady's going to be like, what the fuck are you guys doing in here? You can't unplug stuff. So, what are we doing, gentlemen? We knocking her out. We trying to trick her. We're trying to shut the device off. We're just going to just shoot him in the face and then run really quick. Like, you know, like an old school cowboy. Just try to get out of town before the posse shows up.
We are on the 3rd floor. That's pretty high up.
Yeah, we have to run through the whole.
Well, the good news is Abdul is fit. Lloyd,
Yeah.
pepper spray, regular fast food intake. That's gonna be a trip for you trying to get out of this hospital, buddy.
Yeah, I do suppose we have to distract nurse. Hey, pay no attention to.
What's going on?
I was told that machine in there is broken, so if it beeps, just ignore it. They're getting a guy in the morning.
I was almost thinking, what if I just took the IV or whatever the monitor is off Frankie and then put it on myself so it keeps beeping even though Frankie's dead? But then it's gonna have to come off me eventually, which is gonna set it off when we leave. It's like,
I mean, yeah. That's so the thing is there. You could hoof it, like you could literally you could do that, like put it on yourself. So like there's a second where there's a disturbance and it's back to going. And by the way, when they look back at it, the numbers are gonna be wild. It goes from like a man on the verge of life to a not super healthy but a live man. You know what I mean? Like fucking his heart rate's great now. What happened? Like.
I mean, so we could do that.
Yeah, and you just have to hoof it when you. Yeah, you just have to hoof it once you put it back on him because it is gonna go boo, and then like. Well, but the thing is, that's not crazy that a guy died. They'll be like, "This doesn't make sense. We responded so quickly, but I guess it's not quick enough."
Yeah, I mean, we could do you could do that, like stick the IV in your arm, then we kill him, and then right before you put the IV back into him, I'll be right by the door. So that once it starts beeping, I just jump out. Like,
I can get the fuck out
immediately.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right. I thought the idea of duels were like, look, I'm gonna be at the door, so when you take it off, I can just already be going. I'm gonna already be right.
I don't need to be faster than the bear.
This Abdul, I have to throw him under the bus. I have to throw him under the bus. This little idiot trusts me, and I gotta get home to my kids. I got multiple kids.
I feel like that's what we should do, though.
Okay. And then you run. So the idea is you're gonna run out and be like, get the
doctor.
Do you think Abdul's the better guy for that? Because like, Lloyd does have some persuade.
Yeah. I only have 30 in it. We probably need our best thing. I don't have anything in surgery, but I got something in survival that might help. What would you call that? Sticking the IV back into me?
I guess I would. I probably want to do like a You don't have any medical skills, right?
No medicine, no first aid.
I'm surprised he doesn't have any first. He should have first aid. That's a mistake on my part. I'm cool with calling that survival.
Okay.
Because it's like you've probably done basic. You've probably put a bag on a guy. You know, like that happens in combat. Like you probably have done, especially that you were doing like the high end. Like you guys were working with SEAL teams and like Green Berets. Like you guys were doing like real door kicker shit. So they probably taught you the basics, so you can also keep their people alive as well. So we call it survival, and it's just like you knowing to like put it on yourself, the correct way to put it, not to fuck it up.
Yeah, let's do that. Here, I'll be the one to stick the IV in my arm.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So let's see. Yeah, it's a 19.
All right, you do it. You're very slow and steady about it. You think about like the times you've watched your wife at work, and like her. You remember her you looking over her shoulder, looking at stuff she was reading when she was studying up. You get it. You guys just kind of stand there. How long do you guys want to stand there?
I don't know. I mean, now we're I'm done yelling at Lloyd like, "Fucking kill him!" Take the pillow and put it over his face.
Well, the thing is, well, I guess the breathing machine's still going. He's just not. He's gonna wake up here in a minute without that IV. There's no pain. That's pain. This is medically induced. You know what I mean? This is not.
Right.
You guys could put the pillow over him. They're not gonna always go. Are you gonna unplug the machine now?
I'm just gonna, because as long as the thing's not gonna go off, I'm just gonna just yoink.
Because the thing is, they don't have a monitor on the machine. They have a monitor on the guy that the machine's keeping alive. So you unplug it, and so you see the breathing thing stop. You guys just kind of stand there. We'll call it 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Can I check his pulse?
Yep. And as you check his pulse, I want both of you to give me a luck roll.
Oh, shit.
So I'm gonna.
I knew this
I'm
gonna
gonna
happen.
roll, and then you're gonna say odds or evens. I'm gonna start with Matthew and then Jake.
Okay.
All right.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay. You nailed it. All right. That's one. That's one pass. Jake, odds or evens?
Odds.
Ah, you guys did it. You guys nailed it. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. He dies. You guys slip this stuff back on. So what's the plan? So you're gonna set stuff back on. It's gonna flatline. Lloyd's gonna run out, like, hey, go get the doctor. Go get the doctor.
The man's dying. Go get a doctor.
Okay. That's the plan. And what are you guys doing after that? Are we slipping out? Like you're gonna do that and slip out?
Yeah, as the team comes through, like, we'll hold the door open for them, and then once they go through the door, we'll slip out.
Okay. So Lloyd, I'm gonna give you a +10 to your persuade.
All right.
Because it's gonna be jarring. Lady's gonna go from like looking at her phone to you like being on the floor, being like, "Hey, guy in room B or whatever he's flatlining.
Frankie Jr.'s dying."
Yeah, get help up here.
+10 persuade. Oh, I got 12. Awesome.
Boom.
Right.
You nail it, dude. You fucking nailed it. So you run in, you scream like, "Hey, get the doctor, get the doctor." They run to get the team. And as they run past you guys slip out the exit, get in the car and drive away. You guys wait a couple days to see if any more things are going to pop up. Nothing does. And after about a week, you guys kind of talk to Agent Cutout, say it was handled. And you tell them if there's any rings, jewelry, because you guys looked through the books and you got the computer open. He researched, and what you remember about Volo is in occult circles on the internet, he was the guy who, like, supposedly if you had one of his items, he had his book, his necklace, his rings, there was power in them, but paid for with blood. That supposedly granted you powers. So you basically tell the handler, like, hey, we handled it, and before they bury that guy, we should probably break into the funeral home and any jewelry or anything we take. So yeah, it's a rough couple weeks for Frank Edman. He buries his son, and then a week later, while he's at work, his house burns down. Oddly enough, so he's having a bad day. But you guys did it. You guys completed Near Forgotten. Comments, thoughts, suggestions.
I liked it.
That was a good one.
I was thinking, like,
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, cool. So I love the. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, I didn't know if, like, the moment we unplugged him, if, like, a demon thing would pop up from Frankie Jr., we have to fight him. Because,
That's so. That was so much better than what I thought I was gonna do. So the thought I had is he has the magical. Like, the idea is, like, for the magic to work, you have to actually kill someone and sacrifice someone you love and care about blood for the power to activate. And what's happening is he technically paid that price because he died for a moment there on the street, and he didn't know it, and then they kept him alive. So it's just like repeating over and over again. But the thing is, if he lives, the magic stops working. But if he dies, the magic also stops working. So there's no, as long as he's on life support, as soon as he's become cognizant again, it falls away. So the idea is, like, he's just summoning monsters because he knows, basically, like, he was coming out of the bar, Jesse was loaded and pissed and fucking flew around the corner, hit Frankie Jr. They were like, oh, fuck, 'cause they were all over the limit. Probably had coke on them, and they're like, let's get the fuck out of here. Betty was in the car with Anthony and Cummins, and Frankie and his buddy were up front. So she wants to tell the police. She's like, what are we doing? We can't just leave him for dead. We got to tell someone. And they're all like, no, we're going to go to jail forever. We just killed a guy. We're going to go to jail. Shut the fuck up. So Frankie Jr. was seeking revenge, and he summoned monsters, and I had a whole bunch of different ones. And so like the Jason one is just up front, so he just like walks at things. He doesn't disguise at all. And obviously like Frankie kind of realized like that's not going to be good now that he's wanted for murder. So, but the fake Michael Myers one can take the mask off, and he's just a dude walking around in a jumpsuit. So that's what he did. He literally stole a car, drove to the coffee shop with the intent of killing Betty. And then when I added, so I had 2 goofy ones, and then like a one that would be a real problem if you guys ran into it. So the goofy one is he would summon a witch from the Warlocks of Oz. And like the fun thing about hers is she has like claws, and she does have a broom that works, kind of. So she just wants to grab you, then fly up with you. Like that was so. I was trying to decide which one was going to be. Is it going to be Michael Myers walking up with a knife on her? And you guys are like, oh fuck, or a witch trying to grab her and fly away. Just how cartoonish and like trying to get your head around. Like there's a green woman in front of me trying to fly away.
There's a witch.
And so the one that was a problem is he also summons a robot assassin from the future who hides in human skin. Yeah, so that guy would have been a problem. Because by the way, all these things I made real easy to kill. Because the idea is like the magic's not super strong. Like once it's actually confronted with violence, so they only have 8 health points. But all of them have melee weapons except that guy. That guy has a gun that he can just keep shooting. You know, it's clearly a gun with a 7-round magazine, but he just keeps going boom, 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 boom. So that would have been a problem. And that was the thing I made you guys roll for, like a luck roll. Like you guys are gonna be like, we're waiting here, and you're gonna hear her go, sir, you can't be on this floor. And you just hear pop, pop, and it's just that guy coming down the hall because he's going to kill you and plug the machine back in.
No.
So that was a lot of fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, comments, thoughts, suggestions.
No, I mean, I thought it was very logical. Like, once we found a clue, like, it kind of moved on to the next one.
Yeah.
You know, it made me feel like I was solving something.
Yeah, cool.
You know, once you get those connections in.
Dope.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of like figured out that Frankie Jr. might be the source of it, but I also didn't want to be like, let's not just go and just kill a random child.
Yeah.
if it's not going to be.
So
or random like 24-year-old young man.
Yeah, young dude. So I think what I need to write, I need to write another like a kind of a red herring that connects everybody.